This is The Swimming Show.
A fresh week and a fresh shuffle of ministers to lead very important portfolios. Ho hlakile hore naha ena ya rona ho hang ha e kgathatse. Dumelang and a very good morning. Ke nna Dikeledi Letsiri. The SA National Open Water Champs are taking place kajeno lo hosane at Marina Martinique near Jeffreys Bay in the Eastern Cape. Mona Johannesburg, it's the Old Patrians Girls Water Polo Tournament that takes place at St. Peter's College. Ha ke re sebediseng hashtag ya rona, The Swimming Show, re batla utlwa maikutlo a hao. Should you have missed a show, etela jwalo ho YouTube, The Swimming Show. The Swimming Show. Kajeno lenaneong la rona lena la The Swimming Show. Commonwealth Aquatic Trials come your way from Kings Park in Devon. More qualifying action. And then, the Men's Open feature race from the 2018 aQuelle Midmar Mile. And we also feature the diving Commonwealth Trials kajeno ke lebelo la basadi la 1 meter. All this and more on The Swimming Show. The Swimming Show. Nelson Mandela Diaries. The Swimming Show will share some of Madiba's memorable moments as we celebrate his 100th year. This week, in 1992, Tata Nelson Mandela met with Zambia's President, Kenneth Kaunda. We have so many great races at the KZN Premier Champs here at Kings Park, Devon. The event doubled up as the Commonwealth Trials, which meant that the best swimmers were in the holiday city. Arshebenzalo lebelo la makgaolakgang a basadi ho 200 meters breaststroke. The swimmers from all 10 lanes are in the water. Amazingly, it is Penny Haynes that still holds the meet record from 1999. Tatiana Schoenmaker from Tugs swimming here in lane 4. Haufinyana Leonaki Kelin Corbett who lane 5 qualified in the morning heat, so this race will be interesting. It is Schoenmaker with the black cap that turns first. Then Corbett, the 18-year-old from Infinity Swimming Club. Emily Fisake from Seagulls in eThekwini holds the third lane. A meter lead for Tatiana Schoenmaker at the 100-meter midway mark. Fisake has edged ahead of Corbett at this stage of the race. The crucial third leg, the 150-meter mark ahead of the swimmers. In lane 7 is 15-year-old Hanim Abrams from Western Province. Emily Fisake is putting pressure on Schoenmaker from lane 3. We move ahead to the close and see how well Kaylin Corbett has caught up. Schoenmaker touches 2 minutes 24.46. Corbett once more under the qualifying mark. And very good news, Emily Fisake ends third and also under the required time. Wow! The first 3 all good enough to travel to Australia.
The time wasn't that good, but I did a good time this morning, so I'm happy. I wasn't trying to really go for a PB, even though like that was the hope, but I'm happy for just qualifying.
Yeah, it's quite exciting to know that I can push myself at this time of the year. Normally we don't have such big galas in December. So I'm quite fit compared to what I normally are, because you don't normally swim such big galas this time of year, and it's more like a senior nationals, which we normally have in April. So to be fit in December and swim lifetime PBs, I'm very happy about.
I always knew it was going to be a really tough field. Tatiana obviously is really good. She was going to be in front of us no matter what. Kayleen's always been my competition, and I always enjoy racing against her because I know it'll be a really good race. It was really cool that I thought that that all 3 girls qualified. Seeing as the girls, we've been trying to push the girls to qualify for more events recently. So it was really cool that all 3 of us could qualify in one race, which doesn't really happen too often.
Well done, Mantombazan. A bevy of beautiful, talented swimmers. Join the achievers that are going to make us proud at the Commonwealth Games in April. Kamora Papaso, we witnessed the men's main race at the 45th aQuelle Midmar Mile, Uskebe wa Suta. The Midmar Resort near Harwich at the start of the KZN Midlands Meander. This is the venue for the world's largest open water event of its kind. Yes, the biggest of its kind on the planet. 2 days and 8 superb events. More than 13,000 swimmers took on the iconic 1 mile of the aQuelle Midmar Mile. This is the 45th year that the event has been held. Kajeno re shebana jwalo le lebelo le leholo for men 14 to 30 years of age. An overcast Sunday morning welcomed the entrance of the final event. It was cooler than the previous day at the dam, and the clouds looked ominous as the morning progressed. The elite swimmers get assistance by boat to the start. The 16-mile swimmers get in line ahead of the respective batches. You will see different color caps. They are seeded according to their entry times and experience. The elite swimmers are with the orange caps, the top swimmers in this age group. Gold caps, Kiba 8-mile club, they have done every race so far. And the pink costumes are representing Pink Drive for cancer awareness. There are so many charities that benefit from this great event. A water start for the close on 1,400 swimmers in this event. Veteran Midmar swimmer Martin Godfrey gets the race going. White water as the competitive entrants make their way to open water. Good money is on offer at the 400, 800 and 1,200 meter marks, so there are races within the main race. They are called hot spots. The next batch or wave of blue caps get ready for their start. Out front, the competition was fierce. Motlophisi wa lebelo monghadi Wayne Redding se ke yena sebuhudi bakeng sa lebelo lena a le ka hare ho sekepe.
Well, we're coming up to our first hotspot here, and we have got what we think is a surprise, probably not to him, but David Husty, who was second at the World Championships, the World Junior Championships, over 7.5 kilometers, has actually broken away by a body length, and he's going to take the first hotspot here. Chad Ho has moved into second spot, so he's the one that is going to really try and see if he can get that 8th title. Then we got Alex Meyer, as well as Ashley Hogg. So our internationals really doing well. We've got Alex Pratt amongst them. There's a couple of youngsters here. I think Chad Mikko may even be amongst them. So the hotspot definitely won by our Hungarian visitor, David Husty. So doing really well. South Africans are going to find it hard to be in amongst this, but Chad Ho is lying in second spot, trying to get his 8th title. And he's right on the feet of David Husty. As I say, Ashley Hogg doing a really great swim, and Alex Meyer. And it's really good to see a retired guy like Alex Meyer mixing it with these guys. So it'll be nice if Alex could end up in the top 10 here.
And at this
Arnold
moment,
Kietz assists by sharing the action with the spectators at the finish.
very clear style of Chad Ho, of course, former world 5 kilometer champion and a man who finished 11th at the Olympic Games in Rio in the 10K race. But that 11th place doesn't sound as good as when you say that was just 3 seconds off the podium. But the 3 men in front seem to now have broken away. It looks like the string is broken. This is on the way to the 800-meter mark, and this is where a lot of the currents are. So we've heard from several swimmers today.
Well, Arnie, it's like a clash of the gladiators. Let's now immediately go over to Wayne Ridden on Tracker 1.
Right, sorry, we were trying to have the judges on the boat yet, choose who's going on here. So we suddenly found out there's our first Russian that's competing here. He suddenly put the pressure on David Husky. So he's won that 800-meter hotspot. So it is Krull, and I cannot pronounce his surname right now. So
Russian entrant Kirill Abrosimov wins the 800-meter hotspot and stays in the lead. Moafrika Borwa Chet Ho o haufinyana maemong a bobedi.
And I'm sure that we have got Alex Pratt in amongst them in that top 5. So we're going to just chat to Kerry-Ann. Kerry-Ann, there's one hell of a race that is about to start here. What do you think's happening there?
This is amazing, really incredible to watch. I mean, there's been so many people swimming and changing positions so many times in the last 800 meters, and that's the first 800. We still have obviously the second half of the race to go. There was a big split at the beginning. A couple of guys went to the right and a couple of guys went to the left, and they've now kind of had to merge in between. I think the leader of the right hand side was Alex Pratt from Canada, and he's now come in and he's now back onto the boys' feet. So it's Chad and Krill and Ashley. So we're at, probably 900 meters now, and the top 3 are all still absolutely in a line, and with more just kind of chasing them all the way through.
So at the moment then, what has happened is those 3 men who were marking each other so close up there in the front didn't give each other a lot of space, and that's given a whole lot of other swimmers an opportunity now to get in. We have 5 swimmers in that front bunch and a 6th bridging across and going beautifully at the moment. 11 minutes and 43 seconds of race time has come and gone, and I can tell you now that this is going to be one huge finish. You heard Wayne Ridden, who's been involved with this race since the early 70s, saying that this could be the closest finish ever in the history of the 45 years of the aQuelle Midmar Mile. Race time is now ticked on to 13 minutes and 31, 32, 33 seconds, and it's becoming very, very interesting indeed. Now there's a little break, a little mini break, and we'd love to hear from Wayne Ridden again when he's ready to chat to us on the boat.
The 1200-meter hotspot also goes to Russian Kirill Abrosimov. Chad Ho and Ashley Hogg are on his heels and have to turn up the heat if they are going to haul him in.
We really think that this is going to be a race now. You have to have a look at the Russian is really putting on the pressure now, and that gap is getting bigger and bigger. I think Chado is realizing it. So what do you think the tactics are now, Kerry-Ann?
Well, there's a bit of a gap now, as you're right, between the leads. So between the Russian and Chad and David from Hungary behind them. So they're just going to want to catch them as much as they can. But in this position, you've got Ashley right behind Chad. He's drafting off them, and it's hard to lose someone in that moment. So it's just going to be a case of getting your head down. We've not got far to go now. But now, they've kind of split. This is so exciting. They've split the pack a little bit. Now the other two, the other guys have got probably the better line, I think. Chad and David from Hungary have got kind of the better line. There's a big split in the pack now. This is going to be a really interesting race, Wayne.
But the Russian man Krull, if he keeps his line, he could be threatened here, but it looks like he's got it in the bag, and we're going to rush into the slipway. Thank you.
I heard that. I picked up on that pun. You're going to rush in while the Russian is leading. Krull and Yevgeny, his teammate, has also tried to make a break. Chad Ho under pressure here, trying to make it 8 wins at the aQuelle Midmar Mile. So here it is then, Chad Ho. I know that David Husky was also still right in there. Alex Meyer, Alex Pratt, Chad Micho and Ashley Hogg as well. And the Hungarian David Husky was also still right in the mix. But it is the Russian Krull who's taken this line on the far right-hand side as they swim in on the spectators' left-hand side. But that's what it looks like from the finish line. It is a rush in here now.
Conditions in the dam a bit smoother as the finish arch became more visible. The big race was on for second and third.
Sorry, he was at the World Junior Champs and he was second place in the 7.5 kilometer. So this guy is really flying at this stage. He's opened up a huge gap and he's gone slightly off course. So what a great performance from him. So give him a big round of applause. The first Russian winner ever at the aQuelle Midmar Mile. Well done. 18 minutes, 50 odd seconds. All right, look at this race here, and it looks like Chad O or Ashley Hogg could have got that second and third. What a brilliant performance. We'll have to wait for that photo finish. What a brilliant performance from these guys, these international swimmers.
Evgeny Vatsev followed David Hostik and then into 6th place Alexander Pratt. From the slipway, Frank Knowles brings in the top 10.
As is Ashley Hogg and Chad Ho. So we'll have to wait and see what that photo says.
While the balance of the huge amount of swimmers approached the end of the mile, we caught up with the top finishers.
Thank you. I am Kirill Abrosimov from Russia. I first time here. I saw first time swim here. Very good experience for me. And new season, first start for me. I think very good.
Everything great's by luck, but I just managed to find myself between Chad and a few of the Canadians. And was it a Russian? Yeah, a Russian. And you know, they did a lot of the work for me. I managed to tactically sit behind them, relax, and then conserve what I had for the finish.
Yeah, you know, today's race was one of the most competitive I've had the past few years. I mean, a lot of international swimmers, a lot of top-class swimmers. So, look, I'm excited for the competition. I'm thrilled by it. I mean, it's great for the sport of swimming. Obviously, I'm a bit upset that I didn't get that win today, but congratulations to Kirill from Russia. I mean, he's a great athlete. I've raced him a number of times. You know, so it was all a matter on the day. Obviously, he was just better prepared than I was, but I'm still happy with how I swam today.
The 8 and 16 milers were very glad that their campaign was complete. No one said it is all about competition at the aQuelle Midmar Mile. The charities exceeded their previous target by more than 50%. It was extremely rewarding to see the amount of black and colored swimmers that took part this year. The 45th aQuelle Midmar Mile was a very big success. Mahlohonolo ohle ho ba nkileng karolo hammoho le bahlophisi. Bekeng e tlang, the women's feature race. Don't miss it. Kamora Papatso, Resaya Durban for the diving 1 meter Commonwealth Trial. Dula le rona. Re le amohela hape o ntse o shebelletse the swimming show. Our overseas-based divers are at the outdoor diving facility in Durban to join our local divers for the Commonwealth Trials.
I'm hoping that they'll continue being as brilliant. I'm sure that the orders will change because some of them are more comfortable on 1 meter than 3, but I'm quite sure that they will all achieve the criteria that we have set them.
So we're in the middle of our season right now, and so I've been doing a whole lot of competitions over there, which has helped me prepare for this one. And then my coach has worked with me to work out my schedule so that I'm peak at the right time. So that's what I've been doing these past few months to prepare for today.
Oh, I train twice a day, every day, along with school. So very, very, very tough. But yeah, we managed. So and come back here, and it's good.
Coming up now, 5 women have made it to the 1 meter Springboard finals. The ladies do 5 dives each with varied degrees of difficulty. The first diver in our highlights package is Bailey Hadra with a forward 2.5 somersault dive. The degree of difficulty is 2.4. A good dive and a good entry for Bailey. Jenna Douglas is from the Cape Town Diving Club. She will attempt the inward 1.5 somersault with a 2.4 degree of difficulty. The judges should be very happy with Jenna's dive. 7 judges will award points, which will give her an average score. Julia Vincento Hlaharipa's Diving Club ke yena thatohatsi mona. Her featured dive is a back 1.5 somersault with a 2.3 degree of difficulty. A very well executed dive from Julia. She scores 9s from 3 of the judges. This was her best dive on the day. The most difficult dive coming up now. 2.6 is the degree of difficulty. Nicole Gillis does a 2.5 forward somersault. Mainly 7s and 1.8 for Nicole, a decent score. Another tricky dive. Our 3-meter trials winner Michaela Bauta with 1.5 inward somersaults. Lots of concentration. A very good dive that should keep her in the medals with the 1-meter event. Julia Vincent readies herself for reverse 1.5 somersaults with 1.5 twists. She gets good height and has an even better entry into the water. Bahludi rewards her with the best dive score of the event. Nicole Gillis now with her second featured dive, inward 1.5 somersaults. This is Nicole's best dive so far, but also her last. Michaela Bauta is ready for a reverse 1.5 somersault with a 1.5 twists. 2.6 is the degree of difficulty. Nothing below a 7 for Michaela, but she needed more to get the lead. Let's take a look at the official 1 meter for women results. A definite win for Julia Vincent, with Bauta and Gillis taking up second and third. Rebuisana le Julia Vincent after the results were tabled.
As always, it's such a great opportunity to represent my country. I have such a passion for this country, so it's awesome to be able to represent them. It wasn't a good day for me until the end. I was really struggling to get moving, but I kept fighting, and it's just, I really hope they send a team, because I think it would be an awesome opportunity for South African diving.
I was very happy all in all. Did 2 consistent lists. I could have done a few better dives, but yeah, everything was consistent. Yeah, I'm happy.
It's been one of my goals for a really long time, and it would be such an honor to represent this country again, especially at such a high level.
The Gold Coast in Australia will be your playground in a few weeks' time. What a great event. More than 3 million rand was raised for various charities this year. Absolutely amazing. Bekeng e tlang we look at the main women's race. Be sure not to miss it. Silebalo etela leqephe la rona la Facebook and share your thoughts and opinions. Eba le moqebelo o monate. Sa bohlokwa, stay sun safe and water safe. Go fihlela nakong e tlang ke nna Dikeledi Letsiri. The Swimming Show.
The Swimming Show.